Hello everyone, it's your boy Lambert Percussion. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. This platform, I assure you that you are going to learn how to play talking drum. I'm going to teach you how to play talking drum, and today I'm going to teach you 3 things about the talking drum. But before we proceed, for those of us that we have not subscribed on this channel, please let us subscribe, and also let us press the bell so that you'll be able to get the notification whenever I post on this platform. So please don't let us forget to subscribe, and also press the bell to get notification whenever I post. So, and for those of us that you have already subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you for your likes, thank you for watching my video, thank you for your sharing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless you all. So today, like I said before, I'm going to teach us 3 things about the talking drum, how to play talking drum. Like I said before, this platform it will be very useful for us, because we are going to learn a lot in this platform. It is very useful, sensitive, and advanced. And I assure you, maybe for those of us that we have picked up talking drum, or for those of us that we have not started playing talking drum, so this platform is very useful for us. So the 3 things that I'm going to teach us today. First things, we are going to talk about the introduction of talking drum. That is the first thing, introduction of talking drum. There's no how we carry talking drum, be playing talking drum without know the meaning of talking drum. What is the origination of talking drum? What is the introduction of talking drum? So I'm going to teach us under the introduction of talking drum. The first thing that I'm going to teach us is what it is, the definition of talking drum. Definition of talking drum. Yes, this is talking drum. Yes, everybody know talking drum. Yes, talking drum. But what is the definition of talking drum, or what is the meaning of talking drum? And second one says the structures of talking drum, because there's not how we can't talking drum that we know the structures. So today I'm going to teach us the meaning, the definition of talking drum, and the structure of talking drum. And the third one is the uses of talking drum. What are the uses of talking drum? So I'm going to teach us. So right now, the first one, which says the definition of talking drum. What is talking drum? Talking drum is a what? Is a hourglass shaped drum. Is a hourglass shaped drum. For those of us that we have seen hourglass before, hourglass. What is hourglass? Hourglass is the measurement of time. We use hourglass to measure time. So that is the definition of the hourglass. So it looks alike. If for those of us that you have seen hourglass before, we know that what I'm saying is true, because for those of us that you have seen hourglass before, we know that this is the real definition of the talking drum. This is the definition of talking drum, because it's a hourglass shaped drum. And some people, they call it gangan. In some other places they call it dondon. Some people call it gangan. Some people call it akpala. So that's what, and it's a major instrument. Talking drum is a major instrument, and played in traditional communication across various African culture. Talking drum is a major instrument. It's a major instrument. They play it in traditional communication across African cultures. So we play it. That is the meaning of talking drum. And when we are talking about the structures of talking drum, what are the structures of talking drum? Like what I carry now, this is the old talking drum. This face, we call it our ojuilu. That is animal skin. Some people call it goat skin. But this is our ojuilu. We have different type of our ojuilu. So this face, they call our ojuilu. It's our leg. Some people use our ewure. It depends. Let's say it is personal choice. It depends on your own. It depends on your choice. So anyhow, but this is, we call it our ojuilu, the animal skin. To cover the wooden. The wooden. So, and this one, this black rope, we call it what? We call it egi. This is egi. This black thing that we are seeing around the wood, in the wood, we call it egi. egi, that is the edge, we call it edge ring, that is edge ring. And this tiny white, we call it what? We call it organ. We call it organ. That is organ. We call it organ. Some people call it organ. Yes. And this white wood around the wooden, we call it osan. That is osan. We call it osan. Some people call it osan. That is the tuning rope. Yes, tuning rope. Because without this tuning rope, there's no how your drum will give sound or will give you what you really want. Without this rope, there's no how there will be something we call talking drum. So this tuning rope is what people call in Yoruba. They call it osan. This osan. I've mentioned abojuilu. I've mentioned the edge ring. That is egi. And I've mentioned the organ, the tiny. This tiny white is what we call organ. And also this is odo, wooden. This is the wooden. Without this wooden, there's no how we can call this whole thing talking drum. There's no how. So those are the structures of talking drum. Let me mention it once again so that we can be able to understand. This face, we call it animal skin. That is abojuilu. This black edge ring, we call it organ. We call it egi. And this white small tiny rope that we use to hold the edge ring with the tuning rope, we call it organ. So and this white we call it osan. That is the tuning rope. We call it organ. And this small tiny rope, we call it ideilu. We call it ideilu. Some people call it ideilu. Anyhow, but some we call it ideilu because this tiny rope is the one that we are going to use. They always use it to do what? To tight drum. That's why they call it ideilu, to tight it, so that we'll be able to do what? To soft. And whenever we are playing it, we enjoy it. We enjoy the talking drum. Those are the structures of talking drum. And second to the last one, this is stick, opailu. This is the stick, opailu. We use it to beat drum. We use it to beat it. So this is opailu. What they call opailu is the stick, opa. And the last one, this is the ojailu or apailu. Some people call it strap, some people call it flap, anyhow. So flap or strap, this oja, opailu or ikopa. Some people call it ikopa because what? That's why they call it ikopa. Oja or what? In English we call it strap or flap. So that's it. Those are the structures of talking drum. I've mentioned the definition of talking drum. I've mentioned the uses. So I've mentioned the structures. So the last one that I'm going to mention today is the uses of talking drum. What do we use talking drum for? We use talking drum in a ceremony, like religious rites. We use it in religious rites. We use it at wedding. We use it at birthday. We use it at any kind of festival. We use it, and we also use it for information like news. They also use talking drum. So those are the places that we use talking drum, and various African culture we also use talking drum. So those are the uses. So after this, in my next video, I'm going to teach us how to play talking drum. But before I go, let me just give us a small example how to play talking drum, because of those of our people that they want to learn how to play talking drum. They want to know how to play talking drum. So I'm going to give us a small example on how to play talking drum. Because before we play talking drum, I'm going to teach us the sound of talking drum. Like Yoruba have a sound, Yoruba have consonant sound, vowel sound. That is the B, C, B, D, F, G. Those are the consonants. And when we are talking about vowel in English, we have A, E, I, O, U. But in Yoruba, we have A, E, I, O, U. So those are the vowel in Yoruba. But when I'm talking about the talking drum has do, re, mi, do, re, mi. Those things sign are the major sign, are the major sound of talking drum. But let me leave this, because when you are talking about the sound of talking drum, it is not only this theory. We can match do re as a one sound. You can match re mi as a one sound. You can match do mi as a one sound. You can match mi do as a one sound. You can match re do as a one sound. And it will also give us meaning, because there are sometimes that we will play talking drum. Maybe we want to play some words that if we play it as a single note, it won't give us the perfect sound that we really want, until we match the two sounds together. Like we want to play bangboshe. You know Yoruba can split it to bamigboshe, mi re mi mi. But sometimes if you want to play it like bangboshe, you know that we can't play it mi re mi mi. We have to do what? We have to mi that mi re mi re mi mi. We are going to play it once, mi re mi mi. But let me leave that one. We talk about it later. So let me teach us the basic example how to play talking drum, which on the note of do re mi. On the note of do re mi, let me teach us do re mi. That is do. You are going to lift your arm. You don't need to squish it. You don't need it. Some people can call it. Some people say squish or compress, and any how you accept it. So either compress or squeeze, anyone. So you don't need to squeeze. You don't need to compress it. Just lift your arm up. That is it will give you sound of do. So you are going to squeeze it light, just light. Squeeze it light. Re. Can you hear it? Re. Do. Know that in Yoruba, do re mi, they say that do is ami okay. If you could remember very well, if you could remember, they say do is ami okay. Re is ami àárín. Mi is ami ìsàlẹ̀. Do. See, there's not how we want to learn this drum without speaking Yoruba. So we need to speak Yoruba. You understand? So that you can understand what I'm trying to say. So that you can understand me clearly. So there's not how we want to learn talking drum and you want to understand Yoruba. You have to understand it. So for those of us that don't understand Yoruba, please, God will help us. You understand me? So there's not how. So I know that it is well with us. So do, you hear me? Do is ami okay. You see that I lift my arm up, I lift it up. That is ami okay. Ami àárín, re. Mi ami ìsàlẹ̀. You are going to squeeze it very well, extremely compressed. So you are going to compress it extremely. You understand me? You are going to compress it. That is me. It will give you me. See my hand. You know that I've squeezed it now. I've compressed it extremely. So that's it. Do ami okay. You don't need to squeeze it. You ami just squeeze it lightly. Squeeze it lightly. So me, we squeeze it extremely. Hope you understand it now. So let me play it together. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell. Thank you so much. See you next time.